Hey there. I thought we'd take a look at a couple of the previous games that Suda and Grasshopper Manufacturer had made before Killer7. The Silver Case and Flower, Sun, and Rain are two games that, along with Killer7, make an unofficial, extremely loosely connected trilogy, let's say, that the fans call the Kill the Past trilogy. Now, when I say trilogy, even that is too strong a word. There are not really direct story connections here, though there are more between Silver Case and Flower, Sun, and Rain than there are with Killer7. But let's say there are thematic links between these three games. Don't expect that you're going to understand the story of Killer7 anymore if you play these two games, but if you are interested in the kind of strangeness that Killer7 portrays, the feel of the game, if you're interested in that, well, you'll get more of that in the Silver Case and Flower, Sun, and Rain. So I thought we'd just take a very short look at the start of these two games. Let's have a look. So, the Silver Case, we're just going to take a look at the demo of this game. Now, the Silver Case, just going to start and we're just going to talk a little bit about it. The thing about the Silver Case is that what I'm playing right now is a PC version of the game, which is an HD remake. Of course, the game originally was not in HD. It was not on the PC. This game was originally released in 1999 on the PS1, and I believe it was only in Japanese. It did not get an English release. It was not released in North America. So a lot of the people who played Killer7 had never encountered the Silver Case before. For many people in North America, I do believe Killer7 was the first big game from Suda, and after he became, somewhat more known after Killer7, then you had games like No More Heroes, which people then knew of Suda, as he was more of a known quantity at that point. But with the Silver Case, most of those people who had seen Killer7 and No More Heroes had never actually heard or played this game. So it was released for the PS1 in 1999, and a remake, the remake that you're looking at right now, was released last year on the PC. I believe it was released this year on the PS4. And this version of the game actually getting additional content that was not in the PS1 version. So, even for people who have played the PS1 version of the game, are getting additional scenarios of the Silver Case. Now, what is the story in the Silver Case about? Well, it's about Japan. It's about crime. It's about cops trying to find a serial killer. It has that, that kind of tone that you might expect from Suda. He likes crime. He likes, murderers and all that. That's presenting in a very cool, stylish way, like we're seeing here. But what you might be confused about is, what kind of game is this? Like, you're looking at this right now and you're wondering, what am I seeing? Well, what is this? What kind of game is this, he asks. Well, I guess you could describe it as a visual novel. I would kind of hesitate a little bit to call it that, because it doesn't really match what you might expect from a visual novel. I mean, I guess that's not really a surprise since we're talking about Suda and Grasshopper, to say that, wow, this game's kind of weird. It's not what I would expect from a game of blank genre. Just like Killer7 is not what you would expect from like a shooter. I mean, you wouldn't call it that, but there is a lot of shooting. Just so, the Silver Case does not really seem like something that you would expect from a visual novel, if you want to call it that. So a lot of the game, first of all, I should mention, I have not played the Silver Case, so I don't know much about it, aside from what I've seen in this demo. But it seems like a lot of the story is presented in the way that we're seeing here. Still images, text scrolling on the screen. No voice acting or anything like that. There's a man standing in the street. He's holding a head. Probably needs just needs to find a place to put that head. You can't just drop it in the middle of the street. It's littering. Well, he seems nice. Bad shot, though. He'd never make it as a smith. That punk! I can't believe that punk shot at me! And he vanishes. Well, it looks like the punk shot at the wrong guy, because this guy looks like he's a cop, and he's going after him. So, I mentioned that this game is getting additional content, additional scenarios. But there's something else that this game is getting as well. And Suda has announced that the episodic sequel that this game got, called War 25, is also getting the same HD treatment. Now, this is interesting, because I think that even the people who played the Silver Case, and there weren't many, but even the people who did play the game, I have to imagine that most of them never actually played War 25. And the reason that I say that is because War 25 was released exclusively for Japanese mobile phones. So that's a hell of a platform right there. That is something when you make a whole game just for that, and it never gets released on anything else. Apparently, the episodes were released somewhere in between 2005 and 2007. I think there are supposed to be 3 episodes, and we're talking about before smartphones came out. So we're talking about like Japanese mobile phones of the mid-2000 era. That is the only platform that this game came out on. I'm sorry, not this game, but the sequel, War 25. So that seems like it's a prime candidate to release on a platform that people actually have and could play the game on. So that's good, because it's technically not new content, but for most people, it's probably going to be new, because how many people do you think actually played that? Like I said, even people who played the Silver Case on the PS1, I'm going to think that probably most of them did not play the cell phone sequel. So, that's neat. And I assume that the gameplay and the story presentation of War 25 is much like this. A lot of text, a lot of still images, a lot of like things happening in the background. Like you see a whole bunch of words flashing and lines going past. Let's see if we can find any gameplay in the demo, because there is gameplay, and I don't think that we should only show the story sequences here, even though much of the game are story sequences like this. There is some actual gameplay, so we should probably keep going until we find some of that. I also like the actual video of like the live action moon just there in a window for some reason. Oh, also the moon. Suda likes that. Suda likes the imagery of the moon. You might have noticed that in Killer 7. We keep seeing the moon at the beginning of these levels. The moon also making a comeback in Killer is Dead. The moon was a big deal in that game as well. Suda just really likes it, I guess. Giving a bit of a background. Also, another thing that Suda likes is fictional history. So it's talking about the reorganization of, say, the police department. And, oh, hey, I'm in the unit. Sakamoto, Inamada, and SGF were assigned to the unit. So this is my unit. I'm a character in the game. Ooh, we ironically ran into the Heinous Crimes Division. So I don't know if my character is like a real character, or if I'm just like a faceless avatar. Because that's unusual for a Suda game. Just for like a character that you're playing to be just your avatar. In other games that Suda has made, that has not been the case. These roads are very narrow. I don't know if that's accurate to Japan, but these roads look like they could only have one car on it at a time. You don't have 2 lanes on there. It doesn't seem like you could. So it looks like this group is encountering the Heinous Crimes Division because of that one cop who got shot at. But I think this group is also trying to find the target as well. We're going to E3. Great. Can't wait to play the latest games on the Switch. So I'm going through the text pretty quickly, as you might have noticed, so hopefully you've been able to keep up. But it does seem like this is how most of the story is presented. The Silver Case, pretty low-budget game. At the time, I guess Suda and his team, had to make do with what they had. Killer7 obviously was a much higher budget. Though Capcom maybe regretted giving Suda a budget afterwards when Killer7 just didn't sell. Maybe they thought that wasn't a good decision after all, possibly. Which led to Capcom just not doing anything with Killer7 ever again after that game came out. Capcom, they're not above going back to their old properties and re-releasing them for new systems. They're fine with doing that. Well, Killer7, they kind of pretend like it doesn't exist. Now, the Silver Case. This is not a Capcom game, I should mention. I've talked a bunch about Capcom owning Killer7. That is not the case with the other games that I just mentioned in this video. The Silver Case was published by ASCII originally, and Flower, Sun, and Rain was published originally in Japan by Victor Interactive Software, and in the US it was published by Marvelous. So Capcom has nothing to do with these games. So if you're looking at the Silver Case and saying, hey, if the Silver Case got an HD remake, then doesn't that bode well for something like Killer7? And the answer is that it really doesn't have anything to do with that, because the Silver Case has nothing to do with Capcom. So the existence of the Silver Case does not mean that you can expect anything concerning Killer7. Oh, what do I remember? Do I remember the basics of CQC? Yep, our training maneuvers. The good old days when I was training up north. The first time I shot real bullets. Shot myself in the foot. Oh, I felt dumb. Smith Syndicate? They do use old school bullets. This is pretty deep. This is some intimate conversation going on with our compatriots here as we're arriving at the scene to try to find this suspect. Talking like we're going to our deaths. Well, I mean, that's not proper gun discipline. Just popping caps everywhere. Yep, you missed every shot. You wasted so much ammo. So, I mean, I don't think the police really work that way. You know, this criminal I arrested, I think there's a lot of potential there. I want him to be my apprentice in the police department. I think this is going to work out good. But apparently all of us were picked up by the chief, including me. Don't believe in ourselves, believe in the chief. And the chief believes in us, of course. Still think that road looks entirely too thin. What if someone approaches from the other direction? I think we are approaching some gameplay here. Once we arrive at Cauliflower. Oh, I think this is the cop that got shot at. He is not with our unit. Yeah. He just got dragged into this because he got shot at in the road. He shouldn't be here to begin with. That would be the chief right there. He's the one who brought all of us into the unit. All right, let's head on inside. Well, I mean, that doesn't really boost our confidence, Chief. All right, actual fight, but it's not a practice session. Real bullets are going to be flying. People are going to be shooting at us, and we're going to be shooting at them. Exactly. You don't. Why are you going to tell your troops that? Much like Killer7 as well, a lot of the dialogue is all about stuff that we really don't know anything about at the moment. You assume that it would make a lot more sense once you've already gone through the game, I would suppose. But at this point, we really don't know what anyone's talking about. The old men on the verge of retirement, I suppose, training the new blood to take over for them, assuming that we don't just all get killed in this building. Yeah, I thought we were heading into this building to take down a dangerous criminal. Okay, there we go. Now we're set to go in. All right, now I'm heading in third. Heading inside. Okay, I do believe that we're going to encounter some gameplay now. better calm down. My heart's going a mile a minute at this nonstop action. All right, what are the orders? Stay in position for right now. Right. So the man has a gun. Is that really called for? I didn't think anyone was... Not that we're all taking this seriously. All right, what do you got? There's a plate ahead of me. Got to check out the plate. Got to find this plate. All right, gonna get moving, gonna find this plate. Oh, okay, you're just gonna tell me that, okay, the controls may take some time to get used to in this video game that you're playing. Okay, command ring to M, press accept. Directional keys to move. All right, command ring. Here it is. Do I use the mouse cursor? I do. Let's see. Looks like a D-pad. Is that what it is? Okay, here we go. M is movement, I guess. And I can use the mouse to move around. Or he also said I could use the D-pad, as I'm doing right now. So... probably using, well, it's not a D-pad, it's the cursor keys on the keyboard. Probably better just to do it like this. And he said ahead of me was a plate. Hold on. I moved a couple steps. We have to read more text now. It's story time. Don't want to overwhelm me with the gameplay. I don't know what he means by a plate, though. Metal plate, maybe? Maybe on the wall? Do I have to remove the plate? I have not found the plate yet. All right, let's get the tutorial. M is movement, right? I wonder if it has to be on M for the cursor keys to work, or if I could just use them on anything else. Well, we'll see. Okay, C is contact. Ooh, I can touch stuff with the C. When I see the sun symbol in front of me, I need to use C. I is implement if I want to use tools. Okay, you're just going to let me do that. S is save. Well, it's a demo, so I don't think we'll really need to save. Okay, I can save if you want me to. I'm going to assume that I'm going to need to find a plate and then use C to make contact with it. He believes in me. He believes that I can do this. Let's find the plate. Is this the plate? Check out the plate. This must be it. Make contact with the plate. The plate is to the north. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it right now, so I'm going to try to make contact with this plate. Yeah, there we go. Plate. I can make contact with the plate. And using enter on the keyboard works. The plate isn't for decoding. I don't know what it's for because the text is too low res. Are you going to tell me what I need to do with this plate? Okay, find the control panel. I found the plate, now I need to find the control panel. Oh yeah, we're looking for someone with a gun. You can kind of forget that that's what we're here for. What, really? Shouldn't we all team up and go after the guy with the gun together? You don't really want one guy just going off on his own, do you? Probably not. I'm thinking it's not going to be okay, Sakamoto. Oh, Chief, what are you talking about? I mean, that seems like poor leadership. I'm just gonna say, and maybe you shouldn't spring that on us in the middle of a mission. To say that you don't care if one of our teammates is gonna die. Okay, movement I can look up with page up or wheel up. Page down, wheel down to look down. Okay, I need to find the control panel. Not there. No. More text? Hold on. I took 2 steps. I need more text. Okay, stand in front of the computer terminal to the north, then look down. I mean, I don't really think I need to be told explicitly. I mean, have I really been doing that poorly? That's it, right? Control panel, yes. So far, I think it's alright. Alright, I found the control panel. I should not do anything with it. Probably a good idea, Sakamoto. Alright, so I'm not going to do anything with the control panel then, is what we're saying. Is that what we're saying? I mean, it looks like I can type things in. Or I could just exit. Back to movement. Yep. What's that? During movement, I can press contact to make direct contact. Try using it gradually instead of all at once. Do not use it all at once. Oh, am I at a contact point? What's this? I can contact Sakamoto. Do I need to do that? Yo. I don't. No, I don't. Please tell me what it means. All right, I should look for the sun. Oh, you just said that. There's a triangle symbol on this door, so maybe there's nothing here. Yeah, I can't look at this door. Okay, so the sun symbol is on this thing. But if I contact Sakamoto, there's nothing else to contact. Does he say something specific here? No, he doesn't say anything different here. So there is a sun symbol. Yo, what is it, Chief? What's that? What is... It's so incredibly important you forgot to tell me. I can move my field of view up and down. You know, you told me that. You told me how to do that. Alright, maybe I should go back here and then, like, look up and down. I see 2 sun points. Let's see. Can I do anything when I'm looking? Oh, there we go. Comic Beam. I got Comic Beam. A magazine for the comic freaks. Only the comic freaks. If you are not a comic freak, you should not take this issue of Comic Beam. Please ignore the issue of Comic Beam if you are not a true freak. Alright, so I guess I'm looking at this again. Doesn't seem to... I mean, it doesn't actually tell me anything. It shows the control panel, but the text does not actually say anything. I guess I don't need to actually do that. So I'm back here. And, you know, maybe I'm misunderstanding something, but I thought they said not to do anything with the thing, but the only sun point is here, so I guess I do have to do something with the thing here. I need a key code, but was there a key code actually anywhere to be found? There's a key and code. These are 2 different things. Let me look back at this again. Is there anything I'm missing about the plate here? It says explanation. It shows the 4 directions that you can take. It really does not explain anything that I can understand on that. It seems like there are only 2 sun points. We have gotten the 3rd, which was the magazine that was right here. I guess that's a special collectible. So the only other thing that's available is this plate right here. Not a plate, that's the plate over there. Over here is the control panel. Does Sakamoto have anything to say about the control panel? Okay. They're on their way. I thought I was joining them because, like, there's like a door over here. I guess I am not joining them, though, am I? Okay, no. Never mind. Never mind all of that. I just had to press forward on the elevator, and I went inside. I thought... So, okay, there really wasn't anything that I could do with the control panel at this point. It's just, I wasn't... There wasn't actually any information that I was missing. I just don't have it yet. All right. How about that? He went after the gunman himself, and now we don't know where he is. Maybe he shouldn't have rushed ahead. Yo. Okay. Alright, gotta go find it. So he's gonna check the right, and he wants me to check the left, so let's head on in here. It is locked. Can I do anything with that? The door? Please. Please. I do need the password, and I do not know what it is, so we're just going to exit that. Yo, you're alive. Okay, that's what the control panel is showing. Alright, so if I want to unlock that door, I can take a look at... Yes, what is it? It is locked? How about that? But he went on ahead, so he is not here. Alright, you need to go back to the first floor. And, well, he told us about how the cipher works. It's just that, do we have anything to enter as the initial information? Actually, I can take a look at... No, I can't actually take a look at this one. By the way, do I have any tools? I have a gun. I have Comic Beam. Can I use Comic Beam? The bikini model is Bayan's Sayaka. I mean, it's not really a bikini, I would say. Can't do anything there. Alright, let's head back down to the second floor. Sorry, head back down to the first floor. Doesn't seem like that we have the info to enter into the control panel, but, I mean, let's take a look at it, and maybe someone has an idea. Maybe we'll get some text, some info. We can then enter in. Alright. Nope, we're still here. And, I wonder if there's something on the door that would tell us what it is that the code has to come out to. Like, the word please was on it. I don't know if that would be it. Let's have another look at that thing. So you can see how the gameplay of the Silver Case works so far. A lot of text, a lot of reading, a lot of story, heavy on that. And the gameplay is very simple, just walking around in, the 4 cardinal directions, first-person perspective, solving puzzles. So if we look at this, it says please. It also says the silvercase.com access code ID 040520016. So I don't know if that has to do with the game itself, or if we're talking about a website. But since the word please is there in big text, I wonder if that means that we need to create the code from the word please, and that's what we enter. I mean, yeah, but I try to hide it. I try to use big words to hide that aspect. I mean, I can remember it now because you told me twice, but it kind of takes a few times for me to really absorb the information. All right, so considering how prominent the word please is on that's probably the word. I kind of like to think that it was just there as like a very polite Japanese way of saying enter the password. Please. Please, here's the code. Here's the panel. Please enter the password. Well, let's try going here. Let's interact with the control panel and let's enter the word please and see what comes out. Alright, so that's what we got. Now, I didn't actually expect that I would have to write something down. So, just give me a second right here as I get out a pen, and I'm going to just write down the letters right here. Q-N-H-E-X-K. It's a good thing I had a pen, like a torn open envelope here that I was able to just write that down on. Alright, so we got that. Now we're going to go in here. Back up to the second floor, and we're going to see if this is the code. See if we got it. Yep, I know. Press that C, can interact with this door. And I am going to enter in Q. Oh, it entered that automatically. Well, okay, great. So I didn't have to write it down after all. The game was way ahead of me. All right, here's a sun point. What do we got? Handy panel. Let's take a look at that. Oh my god, a portable control panel. Do I have that in my tools? Yeah, I got the handy panel. What is this? It's just like one of these, but I can take it with me. I guess so this is so I don't have to go back down to the first floor and go to the control panel there, is I guess what's happening. So we can go to this door. I did it. Do this door. Alright. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. I wanted... Nope. Did not want to do that. I wanted to go to C, then door. And its word is open your eyes. Alright, so now I'm going to go to I. Go to the handy panel. I'm going to go O. P E N Y O U I E Y E S. So it begins with the letter P. So if this works the same way as the last one did, if I enter the letter P, then it should fill in the rest of this. I hope that's how this works. Alright, I'm going to enter in the letter P. Oh. Is that not how it works? Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I had to hit the magnifying glass for it to enter it for me. Alright, we did it. Let's go inside. Okay, only one sunburst here. And it is a dead woman. I don't know if I'd call this a survivor. Oh, okay, she is alive. Aside from all the blood on her. I mean, assuming it's not her blood, then I guess she is okay. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. I don't think this is okay. I'm still going to disagree with you on that one. As far as we know, there still is a gunman in the building. Oh, I'm going to get left on my own? Is that what's happening? You're going to disappear just like in Amado? Let's go to the 3rd floor. Oh no, I guess I can move. Even though they said don't move until she stops moving, but I can't see if she's moving, so... Anyway, let's go to the 3rd floor. Anything I should look at here? There is a door. Hey, 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 hey. Well, I know how to do these at this point. But there's no sun right here. So what about this door right here? That's no surprise. Why did he go off on his own? Just the chief said that he's not going to stop someone who is in a rush to die? Because that just seems sloppy, I'm just going to say. As the chief, you know, he's supposed to be keeping his troops under control. Not just going to say, well, I'm fine with one of my people dying if they're just in a rush to die, and then the rest of us will just handle it ourselves. But anyway, now we know there is a gunman in this building. I did. Yep, have fun with the, I'm not sure what's going on with her. She's screaming, I think, in shock at something she saw. Oh yeah, Andre Almeida, we met him. Is he here? Is that really how criminals typically act? I don't know about that. All right. Alright, so one of our team has been taken out, even though he is alive. I guess I do need to look at this. Let's see, what was the word again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the word hey 5 times. What if I just click this? Oh, okay, I guess I don't have to actually work it out on the panel myself. I can just click this. That seems sort of like a thing that they probably added for the remake because maybe people didn't like doing these ciphers. I don't know. All right, so I open... Okay, there we go. Just walk through that door. Looks like not everyone survived. We do talk a big game, but I notice we have not really done a whole lot of killing so far. The one of us who has tried to do that didn't work out so well. I'm just going to point that out. All right, let's do what we do, which is to say that we're going to click on this magnifying glass, and it's just going to type it out for us. What could have happened to Inomata? Okay, so I'm going to be left alone is what you're saying? The door's going to open, I'm going to face the gunman on my own is what's happening here, I guess? Alright, should I be doing something here? Okay, I just had to wait for a sec, I suppose. Everyone's gone. Like they were never here. Well, I mean, we can't really think about that. We have to think about the man with the gun, who we're going to be encountering, I assume, once we open this door. So anything... Just gonna look around. Any sunbursts I should be looking at? Doesn't seem like it. Don't know if I wait, will Sakamoto have anything else to say. What about my tools? Well, I have handy panel. That's not really going to help me here now, is it? I could use it to get a key code, but looks like that this word, what it's over, is not the correct one. Oh, wait, no, it was. Wait, what was that whole thing about, then? I'm a little bit confused about what that was about. I just opened that door like everyone else. Hey, it's the moon. Unfinished, you say? To be continued. Okay, so I guess that's the demo. Maybe in the full game... Yeah, okay. It's coming soon. Well, at the time of this demo, it was coming soon. Right now, it's already been out for quite some time. And I assume that if once you open that door, you go up to the top floor and you meet the man with the gun. So, that's the demo for the Silver Case. The HD remake released on the PC and was also released on the PS4. It seems like people felt pretty positive about this adaptation of the game. That this was a good remake of the PS1 original. I've not seen the PS1 original, so I can't say anything about it myself, but it seemed like people felt that this was a good... Oh, there's the phrase, kill the past. It's right there. That phrase was also on the cover of Hand and Killer7. Kill the past, generally referring to a character having to deal with things that happened in the past and having to overcome them in order to move on into the future. So what does that have to do with the silver case? About what elements of the past do our main characters have to overcome? I don't know. What elements of the past do our characters in Killer7 have to overcome? Well, I do know that because I've played through the game. But we'll address that when we get there. Because spoilers, don't want to talk about that yet. Yeah, so it seems interesting. It seems very stylish. I think that there is maybe a little bit too much text. Which, it's kind of, I know that sounds strange because it is a visual novel, and that's what you have to expect. It is mostly reading. Even though it is presented in a very stylish way, it still is mostly reading. I do think, though, once you actually get to the gameplay, they don't need to interrupt you quite so much. I'm just going to say that. I don't know if the entire game has that sort of pacing, but I'm just going to say that maybe they don't need to keep interrupting you that much. So, that's the demo for the Silver Case, out on PC, out on the PS4, and the episodic sequel, War 25, has been announced. It's not out yet, but it has been announced. So finally, people will actually be able to play that if you just didn't happen to have a Japanese mobile phone in the mid-2000s. For, people who didn't have that, you'll now actually be able to play the episodic sequel. So that's the demo for the Silver Case, and I think you have a pretty good idea of what this game is like and how it plays. And I didn't actually quite realize it would go on for so long, so that means we're going to save Flower, Sun, and Rain for another time, and we'll take a look into the second game, into this very, very, very loose trilogy known as Kill the Past. I'll see you another time for that.